All right. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Where am I going?
Where did he go? Where's he at? There he is. Hey, there we go. Hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Oh my goodness, we're all disappeared. This is, you know what? Welcome in. This is episode 18.
We got it together, guys.
It's an absolute dumpster fire in here. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you. Like I said, this is going to be episode 18. Holy crap. We're 18 episodes into this, and as you clearly saw, we still don't have it together, but that is all right. Well, eventually we will. Maybe by 20.
Evolving always.
Maybe by episode 20. Maybe by episode 200. You never know. Hermes, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. I had an IRL day today, if you will, off stream. No live content,
Nice.
so that was a lot of fun. I got to see a fantastic Marvel movie. I got a lot of other things.
Nice.
I got to take care of a lot of stuff that I wouldn't be able to if I streamed during the day. So it was nice. It was absolutely fantastic. I had a great time with that.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it was really, really well done. I know we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi later, so it's just going to be good stuff. Also, I have an icebreaker for you, but before we get to that, if you guys are watching on YouTube, we would love to have you live with us in the chat. All the get involved in the conversation, asking questions, just like Section 8, Rintalia, Og the Great and Powerful, Blocky710. You can join all of them as well as us. Have a good time. Hang out with us in chat. Would be absolute blast. So we'd love to have you there. You can catch us live Friday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern time, or around it, because it is about 9:20, 9:15 when we went live with this one. So come hang out, ask us questions, use the highlight message, all that good stuff. We'll make sure we get to it. Hopefully get you involved in the show as well. That is at twitch.tv/thejordanbeach. So yeah, like I said, come hang out with us. It'd be absolutely beautiful. What is just happening? Get out of here, dude. What is happening?
September, everybody. How's it going?
Well done. Holy shit. Thank you, Hermes. Appreciate that. Oh my goodness. September. I forgot about that. You know what? I forgot it was even a thing until I got the email.
Really?
And they do, like, Twitch sent out invites. Did you get the invite to be like, you can sign up to be in the competition to win prizes and stuff, but only 500 slots are available?
Nope. Apparently they don't appreciate me as
You're blacklisted. That's what it is.
Apparently all my doomsaying of Twitch lately has got me blacklisted.
Somehow they're hearing it, right? But thank you, Hermes. I appreciate that. Oh, a Section 8, all the stuff is turned off. I do appreciate that, and I will refund those 500 Nuka-Cola points there. But let's go ahead and get into it. I have an icebreaker for you. It's a little bit of a tough one. I'm going to switch scenes here so you can grab it and see what's going on. All right. Saw this today. If you can see it on stream. I don't know if you can, if you cannot.
I can.
What are your thoughts? Choose three. I have two down. Two are definitely guaranteed that I have of guesses. Before you say yours, I want to know if I'm right, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, well, what are yours?
Mine?
Well, think about this.
Mine is pretty simple. I didn't have to think about it too hard. It's Fallout, it's Elder Scrolls, and it's Halo. Easy.
Okay.
Coming in at two honorable mentions would be Doom and Gears. Only the story for Gears, though. No, I'm sorry. Honorable mention isn't Gears. It's Fable and Doom. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, my first grab, right, of all of these. So what I would say first is the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Minecraft.
Okay.
But with thinking about it and considering it, I think it's got to be Halo, Fallout, and Ori.
That's your final answer? Those?
Yes, because, and I've never played Ori, but here is my important decision making. Without those 3 games, other games like them would not exist.
You mean Ori? So okay, so okay, hold on. Let me give a quick
Like
rebuttal.
Ori has a
Ori is
okay.
very emotional. Yes. It is not the first Castle Metrovania style game though. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I would fight you there. I almost guaranteed that Elder Scrolls would make the cut no matter what. For you.
Yeah, well, I chose Fallout because I think they did Fallout 4 better than they did Skyrim.
Personally. Really?
The talking protagonist.
Wow, dude. Okay. Fair. That's fair. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Well, also, great. I want to see what chat's got. We got a couple answers in chat too. Chat, these always go for you. Icebreakers, please get involved. Looks like we have section 8 said Fable, Gears, and Quake. Okay. That's very, very interesting. Quake is an interesting choice because I feel like Quake hasn't been Quake for a long time. Right. And then we have Rin, who says Fable, Elder Scrolls, and Fallout. Somebody likes their RPGs. Then we have Elder Scrolls. Og the Great and Powerful says Elder Scrolls, Dishonored, and Fallout. All fantastic options. There's really not any bad answers on here. You know what I mean? This is the only one. Right. I tried to find. I was gonna counter this with like a PlayStation one, PlayStation Choose 3, but I could not find one quickly. I'm sure I could find one eventually, but it got me down the whole Choose 3 meme rabbit hole. And I think these are fantastic discussions with movies and, restaurants or food or whatever. So that might be something we do in the future. I think these are really, really cool.
You know what I think we do in the future is I think we go to the good old tier list maker website. Ooh. And we do some split screen tier lists.
I think split screen tier lists.
We can both argue it and make a split screen, like finalize this is our decision.
Yeah, dude. I think it'd be a good time. Involve chat, get everybody going, maybe do the polls and all. That'd be so great. That'd be so fantastic. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, we'll switch back here. So if you want to get rid of your green screen, that'd be great.
Yep.
Oh, so, oh my goodness.
Give it to you anyway.
Man, that's so good. That was, like I said, that's a fantastic list. Those were Xbox Game Studios, so that wasn't anything specific. I looked for PlayStation, and there was slightly Nintendo. There's other ones that are really, really intriguing as well. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into some of these talking points, huh? Couple big ones. We're going to go over them highlights real quick. We have a couple big names leaving to YouTube gaming community or gaming from the Twitch platform. We have the whole entire absolute shitbag that is the Arcadum scandal. And then we have a possible question that Hermes wanted to bring up with the kind of going into the first story we mentioned with the Twitch people leaving for YouTube gaming, which is Twitch Doomsday. Is that coming soon? And then last but not least, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Spoiler-free review kind of a thing for us. I think it's going to be a lot of fun as well. So just kind of hitting on all those talking points. If you are here and you're wondering where the absolute fantastic gentleman that is Gnarly is, unfortunately, he's been having a lot of internet issues. I told him not to worry about it. Don't stress about it. It's okay. We do these every Friday. So whenever you're back and stable and ready to go, we can do it. Didn't want him to stress about being here and doing all that. So he's going to take his time. He's going to work on that. Hopefully he can get his internet. I know he can't even stream as is. So hopefully he can get that figured out. We'd love to have him in the future, as in everybody. Yeah, it'd be great.
I would love to have him and him, like you said, not have to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't worry. This is just a little show. It's not a huge show. It's not, we have 0 sponsors unless somebody is, trying to sponsor it. Apparently right now it's Hermes with the gifted sub. So awesome.
Yep.
But yeah,
it's always me actually.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I told him it's a small show. It's not like we can't do this another Friday, or set something up during the week. We're kind of flexible. But that being said, let's go hop into it. Let's get into the big stuff. Dr. Lupo and TimTheTatman this week left for YouTube gaming, ending their exclusivity contracts with Twitch and left for YouTube gaming. Here's my thing. There's probably 2 things that would be attractive to me on a platform that I absolutely was in the 0.5%, right? Top, yeah, definitely the 0.5% of the platform. I think here's what would be attractive. A dump truck, or 4 of money would be nice. Just more money, I think, than the other platforms could offer. And B, I think the new challenge. Sometimes people are fueled by the challenge of creating something new. Twitch is a mountain they've already climbed, if you will. I feel like some people can feel like that. I know that happens to me sometimes. I feel like I need a new challenge. But also the anticipation and potential to build another platform. Start on a smaller mountain that you can turn into a larger mountain, like you kind of did over at Twitch. A lot of things that I think can be appealing to them. Of course, all the unsaid stuff that kind of goes with the issues that Twitch is having. Scandals, hate raids, harassment, all this kind of stuff that unfortunately
protests.
which is unfortunately a part of the world. Not the protests. Not protests aren't unfortunate because those are rightfully so. But I think there's a lot to rope in and kind of get a good grasp on for Twitch. And that may have been some of the possible reasons as well. I know you kind of have a lot of big opinions on what's going on.
Yeah. It seems we're in dark days, as they say, for the platform.
I agree. I'd be a fool to not agree with the dark part of it, right?
Right.
But I think, to be honest with you, I think these have to be like top of the mountain problems across the board, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like harassment's been around. Yes, it's not. I'm not condoning it, or like, you know what I mean. It's like, oh, it's here. What can you do? I'm saying it's like, how do you? There has to be something, right? Like, I don't know. Bans have to be more permanent, but
right.
It's almost like you have to do. You have to almost. I can't say IP address because even people who are on the same, like you have a roommate, right? Like if you guys have the same IP address, you know what I mean? It's
but
not
bans
like
are IP.
What do you mean?
Bans are IP bans. Like there are some bans that are IP ban. If you escalate it.
Okay, got you. So then fucking that might need to happen. You know what I mean? Like make those just permanent, or it affects your standing. I know you and I have talked about 2-step verification, right? Which is a great idea.
But the problem with banning IPs is nowadays most ISPs have dynamic IPs,
right?
So you can just change your IP.
True. There's got, I don't know. There's got to be either maybe bans need to be more permanent for certain things. Like harassment should just be 0 tolerance. Boom, gone. Get out of here. You're a terrible person. You know, we don't want to see anything yet. But there's got to be something more attached to your profile to make it worth a damn, right? There just absolutely has to be.
I completely agree.
So I don't know. It's very, very tough. I there's a right answer out there. We aren't the ones who have to come up with it, but I think that's also a very productive way to go about it, is have an open conversation with people. That's just the way it is, right?
Right.
I think doing it this way. And go ahead.
Really quick, Beach. I'm having audio issues, so I got to reset my headset.
Okay.
So I won't be able to hear you.
Oh, that's fine. I can yammer on. That's no big deal.
Awesome.
So I think that kind of with Twitch, it's hard to nail down that there's going to be any kind of doomsday. I don't think it's anytime soon. And I don't think it's that drastic. I think you might be taking a step back. Yes, Twitch might be losing a bunch of their content creators, or larger ones, if you will. But I think that opens the door for everybody else to become kind of bigger platform staples, if you will, right? Because you have, for example, I mean, you still have huge ones like Co-Carnage, and you still have Summit and Pokimane and Nick Merckx and all these other people that are just absolutely huge. Shroud, for crying out loud. Ninja is doesn't have like the numbers, but it's just, there's a lot of big names still left. But there's a lot of question marks, I think, left on the Twitch platform that need to be answered if they want to not drop to number 2, or even the gap to close, right? That's kind of another thing for me too.
YouTube to have the gap close, or just to fall off the face of the planet like Mixer, you know?
Yeah, I don't think, well, here, that's the other thing too, is I don't think Mixer wasn't a big enough platform to, I think that was a business decision. This would be like, I don't even like, I can't classify them as the same thing. Yes, the same point of view, but like Twitch is so huge where if they were just like, we're going to scrap it. Like, I feel like they would sell before they scrapped. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's probably what it'd be. Like Microsoft shut down Mixer. They were just like, okay, it's not doing what we needed to do.
They just sell to Dr. Disrespect.
Right. Fuck it. Dr. Disrespect. There you go. He's got his own platform and his own gaming studio. He'll just control the world. But yeah, I think you and I said there's a lot of big people still left. I don't want to feel like TimTheTatman or Dr. Lupo, either one of them were pushing. TimTheTatman, yes. I think Dr. Lupo, I don't know what his numbers were. I'm actually quite curious.
As you said in pre-show, Lupo was kind of Twitch's charity boy.
Yeah, he was a poster boy for charity. He was. It just absolutely was. So I think that one's weird, but also, man, like I said in pre-show, it's also, this is oddly generational money that these guys are talking about. You know what I mean? Like, like, why do you think Ninja did what he did to go to Mixer? Because they fucking pulled out the bank and were like, here. You know what I mean? They did the same thing for Shroud. So that's generational money that those guys are making just playing video games and entertaining and doing all that stuff. So I think there's a huge upside, and competition is healthy. Always, 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 regardless of what side you're on. For your platform to be forced to get better, sometimes it takes a YouTube gaming to actually close the gap for you to be like, fuck, we need to answer these things quicker. We're going to lose everybody. Right. But I want there to be two. I want there to be three platforms that are actually worth a shit, right? What would even be the third platform?
Facebook gaming.
Facebook. That's right. I completely blanked Facebook. And that's really too bad.
Well, they're kind of off in the shadows while their numbers continue to grow.
Right.
They are growing at an impressive rate. Not anything that I think Twitch needs to be concerned with yet, but they could get there.
Well, Facebook as a whole, though, isn't that also just a questionable company, right? So like,
yeah, absolutely.
Not necessarily the issues that Twitch has to do, which is more individual based, right? Than it would be for Facebook as the huge social media conglomerate that it is, which has question marks and like ethical problems, which is too bad. But like, that's kind of I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, and I don't think that I need to have the answer, right, as part of it too.
Right.
So
I will say I have not upgraded Facebook yet to be part of my social media that matters box. you know?
And I understand that. That's a thing too. Back to the numbers on Dr. Lupo I wanted to get to, because I was curious compared to Tim how big those two things were. And I think they hit two different markets, right? Be announced as quickly as they were together. You had Dr. Lupo, and then Tim was like, "Oh yeah, I am too," right?
Yeah. On the day that the protest a day off Twitch was taking place.
Yeah. Again, good for the people that took place in that. I like the effort. I like the thing, but I also believe in solutions and conversation. Granted, you're asking to be heard by a giant corporation, so I get it. But Dr. Lupo, 11,000 average viewers, which is pretty, great. Versus the TimTheTatman, which is 37,500. So you're looking at about 25,000 people. Difference in average viewers. So that's well, you're actually looking at almost 50,000, right? 50,000 average viewers that are going to go somewhere else if they didn't go over to YouTube to watch the one person that they watch. That depends how that works.
YouTube isn't there yet.
Right. Which some probably did, or maybe tuned in for the first one. You saw that with
Doc.
With Doc, and you also probably saw that with Harris when he was switching over. Probably with anybody. Honestly, it happened with Mixer and Ninja and Shroud. They lost all their followers, not all of them, but they lost a majority of people and then came back, and they're still a little bit under the radar as far as large streamers, but they're still doing okay. Like I said, they received a dump truck of money and they all get generational money. They're fine. But yeah, I don't see a demise coming soon, but I do see the gap closing. I think that's where you and I probably agree, right? The gap is becoming closer, which is good. I'm going to stand by it. Competition's healthy.
Yeah, YouTube has smaller fish to fry currently than Twitch does. Twitch has a mountain to climb where YouTube has fish to fry.
Okay, that's true. Exactly.
Is what I think.
Right. That's and one of those can be positive. The other one is, I don't know. They're both battles either way, right? It's kind of tough, but I'm going to hit up on Astro, what Astro said. Does anyone know why I'm getting error number 2000 on only Beach's channel, but other channels play perfectly fine? Oh, I thought I read that the first time and I thought you were saying every other channel didn't work and mine did. And I was going to make a joke that I was paying them off, but turns out that sucks. And I'm sorry, Astro. I don't know what an error 2000 is. That's very, very weird.
He might not be able to connect to our Twitch server that we're broadcasting on.
Weird. He's never had issues before, but that's very strange. But yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere soon. The gap could be closing, but losing two big people like that, especially one that was so heavily positive with charity and just the things that he did, the image, is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, especially when charity is as important to Twitch as it is. It's one of the biggest unifier in a lovingly toxic environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's usually what people can get around and do that. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. I don't see the channel go, or the platform hurting. Yes, as of now, because it is dark of what's going on. But if they can correct it, I think that's only up from there. But let's get into the absolute shitstorm, right? Let's hit the shitstorm.
We just gave you some doom and gloom. Are you ready for more?
Are you ready for actual problems that people shouldn't have to deal with, and complete trash bags that are human beings sometimes?
God,
we're gonna get into the Arcadum bullshit. Which, Hermes, you're gonna know who this person is much more than I am. Just because it's in an environment that you have been involved around, not necessarily directly, but at least understanding of the D&D Dungeon Master stuff that is. I have posted the article from Reddit of what's going on, so you guys can look at that, and all the links of people who came out of this and spoke out against this completely bag of shit. So here's that in chat for you guys.
Yeah, and also Beach, I'm not sure if you know this, but they dropped him. He was a part of Devin Nash's agency, Novo.
Okay. Well, good.
So, I mean, it's all them. Kind of connected together. Right. Yeah, he dropped him instantly.
Good. Absolutely great. Everybody should drop him. Actually, he should be dropped permanently. But I just don't. So go ahead, run them through the allegations if you can. Actually, I'm just going to read the article I shared. If I'll just quote it out. On Twitter, multiple people have come forward with allegations against professional dungeon master Arcadum. I am saying that correctly, right? Arcadum?
Yes.
For extremely unprofessional behavior, manipulation, sexual harassment, and grooming. In Momo's tweet, she lists other accusations from other former friends, colleagues of Arcadum. So right there, you already know that this guy's a bad dude. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people who came out for allegations of what's been going on and different accounts of what happened to them from Arcadum. Basically, I'm not going to get into it much because I think that would be disrespectful to the people that came out. If you want to read those, there are all of their different Twitter accounts that you can get to on that link. That will take you to their big posts. So basically, this guy using his platform and using his position to get favors, I guess, if you will. Sexual favors, manipulation, just a bunch of bullshit. Guy deserves to be absolutely put in jail. No doubt about it. I guess I don't really know how involved or how big this guy actually is, though. Hermes, what do you got on that?
He was so big that I'm taking a look at the Solinome stats right now. That's what I opened up while you were speaking. Typically, when he is streaming Dungeons and Dragons, he sits at number 1 in the category almost every single time.
Holy shit. Okay. D&D's pretty hot right now.
Yeah, and Arcadum was changing the way that people see D&D. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm singing his praises by any means. Going to talk about some of the good things he did.
Oh, you can separate the art from the asshole, I guess.
Right. That should not overshadow all the fucking bullshit that he's done.
Right.
He was bringing D&D into the VR world. He created a whole world in which people lived their characters. He was bringing D&D to everybody, you know.
Right.
He was absolutely right in line with Critical Role as far as D&Ds go. And yeah, honestly, I'm pissed off because I thought this guy was cool.
Right.
And then to hear that he's just a
let's say if these allegations are true, but 19 counts is pretty hard to dismiss.
Oh, these allegations are fucking true.
Well, yeah, this is still the US of A, and you're innocent until proven guilty. But 19 accounts is still hard to kind of dismiss,
especially when they're all from creators that a lot of people know and love.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
None of these creators not that would discredit them by any means, but none of these creators that came out are small creators. They all sit well in the 1% on Twitch.
Right. That's just bag of absolute trash. But if you get a chance, read into this stuff, get familiar with it. We would love for you guys to understand what's going on. Again, don't take what we say as face value. Do a little bit of research if you're interested in the stuff. I posted the link in the chat. For anybody watching on YouTube, you can definitely look that up as well if you join us. We post all the links that we're talking about, at least where our sources and things like that come from, just so we can talk about it. So you can see those there. Yeah, let's get out of the shitter. What do you say? Let's get absolutely out of the shitter.
Yeah, let's have some good news.
Jesus Christ, man. So let's talk about Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Marvel's it didn't start phase 4, I don't think, but I think it's the first movie the movie in phase 4. And holy shit. I had no idea I was gonna love this this movie nearly as much. Oh no, this is 100% spoiler free, Schizo. No worries at all.
Eventually we're going to make tags that go above our heads.
Yeah, it's gonna
can go over the screen that can either say spoiler or spoiler free.
Yeah,
that is on my to-do list.
Yes, we'll get that taken care of easy. But right now, all of our reviews when we're on this channel, unless we deem otherwise, is going to be spoiler free. But holy absolute shit. I want to say his name correctly. The actor's name. What is his name? I'm gonna find it. But what did you think? What did you think without spoiling anything?
I loved it. It was so good. Favorite Marvel movie of mine. With no shame. Like, I think I can say that.
Is that sorry, excuse me. Is that because it's the most recent? Do you end up, is that the case for you? Because like, oh, it's the newest one, meaning it's the best one.
No, honestly, I think it boils down to cinematography and as well as touching of the like Chinese tradition,
culture. Gotcha.
Yeah. As you can tell by my name, I'm very much in love with Chinese and Japanese culture.
Okay. That's fair. No, I was really, I think Simu Lu. I'm gonna pronounce it terribly, but I want to say it correctly. So I'm going to do it right now. But no, I think it's setting up a lot, and I think that's great. It's going to go into, it's going to open up phase 4, and I think that's beautiful. I think the fighting choreography was amazing. Even some of the different cinematics that you get from the movie, some of the fight scenes to just the world and the environment is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. At a point, I'm gonna be honest with you, at a certain point, I didn't feel like I was even watching a Marvel movie, right? It doesn't follow the same, I guess, niche that some of the Marvel superhero movies kind of go, right? It was,
Right.
it felt, it felt researched. It felt, a lot of the culture and the stuff was like in place and intact, and like they researched and asked people and like got everything correct. It was just, I think, man, it's just, I can't say anything better. I think even some of the comedic stuff is fantastically delivered. I think Aquafina in that movie is really, really good. That's who plays his friend or childhood friend, Katie, which you see in the trailers and stuff like that. But holy crap, man, it's just fucking good. It's just good. I don't know what it is, but it's a great start. And as Schizo said, it isn't the first movie. I guess Black Widow technically is a phase 4 movie. And I forgot all about Black Widow. And to be honest with you, it was okay. It filled the gaps. It did what you needed it to do. And I kind of forgot about it. But this one, holy shit, dude. Go ahead.
A big thing I'm seeing going around is I did not watch Black Widow, repeating what I've heard.
Okay.
Is Black Widow felt like a movie that was made 3 years ago from Marvel.
Should have been out a long time ago.
Yeah. And whereas this the 10 Rings, clear night and day difference that this is what Marvel can do now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I think it's a big deal too, adding the first I guess Asian superhero in a cinematic universe, right?
Right.
It's gonna be awesome. You know what? Okay, so for some reason I'm more excited now, even though they should have been swapped. Eternals should have come out before Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I'm so jacked for Eternals now. Like it got me excited for what's to come. Right. And I know I'm just excited to see what happens. I just absolutely am. I'm excited to see what this all means. I will tell you if this is a spoiler to you, I apologize, but it's not spoiling anything. There are 2 end credit scenes. So you're going to want to stay for 2 of them. Make sure that you see 2.
I don't know why people still choose to leave Marvel movies.
Some people don't.
I said that to my roommate as people were walking out. I'm like, there's another one.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. I make sure that I know how many there are. I don't look them up what they are, but I know how many there are at least. But holy shit, just a fantastic movie. You guys should go see it. I couldn't say anything better about it. Do you think? Nah, I'm not gonna say anything. I can't say anything else. I don't even want to talk about spoilers. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to absolutely anybody.
Breezy, we're talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings.
So if you get a chance, Breezy, go see it. It's really, really good. Or wait for Disney Plus, whenever that is. I don't know when it'll come to Disney Plus sooner or later. Don't leave till the lights come on. This time the lights came on after the first one. And trick some people, man. So be careful with that. Be careful with that, Schizo. But yeah, just an absolute. Just be careful. Don't miss that stuff. Hermes, what have you been playing lately, my man?
Playing lately? Let's see. I've played some Dead by Daylight, as is typical for me.
And you're going to be streaming that tonight after this?
Yes.
Awesome.
Stream. I'll be live over on twitch.tv/HermesIkumu if you want to swing on by and watch me survive some hooks.
Let's go, dude. Hell yeah.
I've also been playing a game that isn't typical to me. Checked out Dark Souls for the first time.
That's why it says
Beats killed me.
That's why it says they played Dark Souls. Let's go. I gave you shout out, says Dark Souls in chat. What do you mean I killed you?
tells me to walk across the bridge when he knows there's a dragon coming.
I love being in the place that people were in when they were watching me play. I get it. I get it now, right? I absolutely understand it, and it's so awesome. Oh, I'm so excited about it. What do you think so far of your Dark Souls adventures?
I'm digging it. So it is everything I expected it to be. I do love it. It is a lot of fun to play. The me having to think strategic while I'm playing it is really, it's a different experience compared to what I'm used to, being able to fly through most games, like RPGs that I play.
Okay.
Because typically I play RPGs on the hardest settings, and this is already an RPG on the hardest setting.
Yeah, right. Well, it's hardest setting all the way throughout. Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt.
Right.
Absolutely.
The one gripe I do have is, wow, do they just throw you into the fire? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the point. It's a game to make you learn, right off the bat. Teach you patience.
Yeah.
And if you don't exercise the patience, they punish you for it.
Yeah. I first tried the first real boss that you come to.
Taurus Demon.
Yep. But then after that, there was 30 deaths of me just trying to get back there. And I was playing a game. I was having fun, but I wasn't having fun. I was just like, God damn it. How do I get to a bonfire?
It's one of those games where you will literally not make any progress in one night. One playthrough, like of one of your nights. You might not even get anywhere, right? And then the next one, you're like, holy shit, I just beat that boss easy. You know what I mean? It's almost like a reset, completely shuts you down, and your mindset just resets and gets you going. But yeah, I'm glad. Absolutely. Are you gonna push through the entire series, or we're gonna see how it goes?
We're gonna see how it goes. I will play as long as there are people who want to watch. You know,
true.
It's one of those games.
That's good. That's really good.
If I'm being honest with it, like as long as the audience is there, I'll keep playing it.
Right.
But if the audience chooses, like, hey, this guy really sucks at this game. He's suffering. He's getting mad. He's throwing controllers through walls.
Well, the community, that might add content. There you go. But I think the community is nice enough to the point where they're like, they kind of rally behind people, right? They want to see that. They want to see that stepping stone. I think that's kind of what it is. But I'm glad you're Dark Souls, clearly. Oh man, yes, Star Hunter. We're talking about Dark Souls. Also, you've jumped back into a game of old. At least you jumped in for a night or two.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me about Destiny 2?
Oh yeah, I've also been playing Destiny 2. It's that one's been interesting too. I can say I was someone who played through the game as it released.
Mm-hmm.
And after I beat it, I was done. Destiny 2
got the story,
game. Yeah. Now I come back and there's no story. It's an MMO and I don't know what happened. You know?
There are stories. You don't have the stuff to do yet. You have to find the stories now. You basically aren't given it's not a linear path, right? So there's a lot of steps and a lot of cutscenes that you've missed since that, and I've actually even missed a bunch. But yeah, I think I got back into it as well because I saw the trailer. One thing Bungie does with their Destiny 2 game is they pump out a trailer about their new expansion, and you're like, fuck, I want to play, right? It's immediately like, I need to get ready for that. You know what I mean? And I think we're early enough now where it comes out in February. Witch Queen comes out in February. So we're making good progress. We started early enough where we can gradually get into it. And you're like, oh, cool. I'm at the right light level for the new stuff. It's going to be great. So I think it's been a lot of fun. We had a good time playing the other night. I think we were just kind of doing some stuff that you had to do. And there's a bunch of expansions that you have left, but it's here's the thing, from launch, you bought the game $60 to playing it now, you're going to spend more than $60 to get all the stuff, right? If you had to.
Right.
So, which is Shadowkeep, which is Forsaken, which is also Beyond Light, which is all the big ones, right? So to get all the content, you gotta plus those seasons, everything in between. You're missing all those. I'm doing the same thing as well, so I get it.
I do think it's going to be one of those games for me. Like, people can typically catch you in the offline in my DVD streams. I think people are going to be able to catch me in the offline on your Destiny 2 streams.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand.
As long as you'll have me.
Yeah. You know? Oh yeah, definitely. No, for sure. That's kind of the way. That's kind of the way it is. Like, I start even during my days. Like, if whoever joins the thing and joins and comes and plays with us, that's so be it. You guys can hang out. We're just doing some shit. It's all good. Hey, what's going on, Kenny? Welcome in, Kenny. How are you? Hello. So there was one thing I wanted to talk about. And I know we kind of come off as Xbox. Do we come off as Xbox fanboys? Because I don't want that kind of thing, but we have a preference, right? We have a preference. And is that okay? I don't want to say fanboys, but I'm trying to point out the fact is, like, I want other platforms to understand,
we are
right?
Heavily involved in the Microsoft family.
Yeah, I guess I've
literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, yes, that's very true. I own the other systems and the other platforms. I absolutely do. I don't want to say fanboys because that sounds negative, right? Fanboys. Rin says yes. Xbox
weebs.
Yes, exactly. That's fine. I definitely would say preference is probably Xbox is our preferred consoles, right? Granted, you like PC, but we're gonna stick to consoles for right now, because PC doesn't have this problem, and now Xbox doesn't have this problem.
PC's my preferred experience, but
but you're like,
I have that dumpster fire on the PC.
But you're like, well, let's see what's going on here. Have you heard of the Forbidden West issue or drama that's going on right now?
No.
This is Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay.
You understand what smart delivery is, which is the Xbox platform, what Xbox calls their cross-gen purchases. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Regardless of whatever hardware you have the best version of that game.
Yes.
A few companies haven't necessarily wanted to implement that in some of their games. As we all know, Horizon Forbidden West is a Sony exclusive, at least for the time being, until they release it in PC much later. So what happened is Horizon Forbidden West, they came out and said in the past, Sony that is, that they were going to have something like smart delivery where you get a free upgrade for your different things. Apparently, and I want to make sure that I am getting this correct, so let me actually find an article.
Well, while you're searching, can I tell you what I just realized?
What's that?
Horizon Forbidden West is its own game, and it's not like the Forza Horizon series.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about yes, I'm talking about Aloy.
Sorry,
and
Xbox fanboy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Forza Horizon. So let's go ahead and get this. So basically, there is zero upgrade path. There is no upgrade path that is free from the PS4 to PS5. Okay.
Okay.
That being said, this article is from The Verge. I'm going to copy and paste it here. Well done, Kenny. Smart delivery. It was so smart to implement. Forward thinking. Nice. I like that. Nice pun. More expensive editions of the game bundle digital PS4 and PS4 copies, but they're still paywalled behind a digital bundle. Forbidden Horizon Forbidden West is a sequel to a much beloved Horizon Zero Dawn, is now available for pre-order ahead of its newly announced February 18th, 2022 release. Date for PS5 and PS4. But if you're planning to play the game on PS4 and eventually try it on PS5, there is no way to get a cross-gen upgrade. Instead, you'll have to buy the more expensive versions of the game that offer digital copies of both PS4 and PS5 to start with, or start with a PS4 and buy an entirely new PS5 copy of the game later at full price. And you shouldn't expect some kind of upgrade to be introduced down the line, as Sony says it has no plans for that kind of offer, even though you can transfer your save file from PS4 to PS5 versions of the game. To get both PS4 and PS5 digital versions of Horizon Forbidden West in a single package, you have to buy the spendier $80 version, digital deluxe, the $200 collector's edition, or the $260 Regala edition. By contrast, the standard edition will cost $60 on PS4 and $70 on PS5. There is also a special edition for the PS4, costs $70, which offers soundtrack and mini art book. So that being said, you have to buy an $80 version. So $80 version if you plan to get a PS5. The only issue that a lot of people have, and Xbox fans, I think, need to come to realize that smart delivery is a big deal, right? It's literally saving you money, regardless of the amount that it is. This isn't third party. This is all Microsoft's first party is going to have smart delivery. So you buy Halo Infinite on your Xbox One, it is going to be there and have the upgrade for you on Xbox Series X or S whenever you do get it. And that's why I bring up PC. So imagine for PC players or anybody, you buy a brand new PC that's more powerful than your previous one, but you have to rebuy the game again because it isn't optimized for your last one. Think about that, right?
Yikes.
So what Xbox is, they're taking the PC direction of, hey, whatever game you buy, you're going to get the best version of it for whatever hardware you have, right? Whatever your hardware can output, that's what you're going to get. That is extremely consumer friendly, right? It obviously is. It saves you money. You don't have to buy the game twice. You don't have to buy a more expensive version of the game. That is, of course, not anything against third party. Third party is going to do whatever they want. You're talking like the Call of Duty. You're talking about the Madden. You're talking about the NBA 2K22, and those kind of games don't have any say. Like Xbox doesn't have any say. They're like, sure, we wish you would use smart delivery because then it just works out better, right? But on Twitter and a lot of people, Xbox people are saying, Sony, if you're seeing a lot of people from the PlayStation environment or ecosystem saying that, like, it's okay, I'll buy the game again. That's a weird stance to have, right?
Right.
That's a very weird stance to have, given how hard even PlayStations are to come by. Even now, almost a year later, by the time this game comes out, it's going to be a year and some change since the consoles have launched.
Right.
I don't understand that mentality of like, it's okay, I'll just buy the game again if I have to. I don't get it. But Xbox or just people in general are saying, look, Sony people, if you don't like this, you need to be vocal about it, right? That's just what you need to do. That's the way around it. That's to let them know, like, no, this shit's not going to fly for us, right? We see other platforms clearly doing it.
It's openly available on other platforms,
What do you mean?
Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just wait until it comes out for PC? The game's always going to be there.
Yeah, true. But I think it's that, FOMO, right? Especially if it's a game you've been waiting for, why would you want to wait? That's also a thing. But a lot of these people don't have, like, think about it. Let's say, what's the situation here? So let's say you get a PS4, you get that copy for Christmas. Well, I guess it won't be Christmas because it comes out in February, but like, I just don't understand the thing of just charging people for more money, man. It blows my mind.
See, but I'm also a big person that doesn't understand pre-orders anymore, like at all.
Okay.
Why do we pre-order anything anymore? What's the appeal?
There is. What has ever been what's ever been the appeal?
Back in the day, so the stores wouldn't run out of the disc, right?
True. Yeah, it depends which versions
were the way to play.
Yeah. I understand that. Now it's just like small little cosmetic things usually that come with the game.
Yeah, like that are gonna be $5 later on,
Or, for example, Borderlands, you outgrow the said weapon that they give you right off the bat. Doesn't even upgrade. Right. So anyways, go ahead.
But I mean, that's the point. That's my case in point for that one. It just doesn't make much sense anymore in today's consumer market.
Yeah, I think it's extremely. I hope they change it. I really do. As somebody who is gonna buy the game, but I'm only gonna buy the 70. Well, okay, I don't know when I'll play this. I will play it because I love the first one. I think, but it's hard. I don't understand the logic. If you clearly see another platform which is your quote unquote competition, doing what they're doing, right? And especially when you're known for in the past of saying that you can get the upgrade. That's what boggles my mind, right?
Right.
It's like, no, we're going to have a clear path. And then you don't. You think people can't dig for old tweets or old blog posts or old anything or old video evidence? Like, no, people have it. It's the internet. That's just the way it works.
There's literally a way to pull up old tweets.
Right.
That's the thing.
And I don't understand. Let's see here. This is an article from, like I said, from The Verge by a Jay Peters. So thank you and shout out to them for the article. I'm seeing here. Sony has shown the willingness to offer upgrade pass with some of its other titles. The company allows players to pay upgrade from the PS4 to PS5 versions of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut and from the PS4 version of Death Stranding to the PS5 exclusive Death Stranding Director's Cut. Sony has also released free patches optimizing PS4 games for PS5, like it did with God of War, and just last week, Horizon Zero Dawn. But in the case of Horizon Forbidden West, there was no option for a cross-gen upgrade at all. Sony's asking you to pay at least $20 extra up front to be able to eventually play the game on a system you may not even have yet. Which is weird, especially now when they're still hard to get. With the holidays and stuff coming up, it's just kind of bonkers to me. So that's always been an issue for me. I hope that people speak out about it, because it sucks. It does suck. Like, that shouldn't have to be a thing, especially you clearly see another platform. Not everybody can own every system too, right?
Right.
If you can't own every system, and this is an exclusive, you can't even get it on PC like you could if it was an Xbox exclusive. So you have one place to play this, and that one place to play it is charging you more money to play it in the same ecosystem that they've already clearly said that their PS5s are no longer shipping at a loss. Right?
Right.
So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's, I always go back, and this might just be me being too much of integrated into the Xbox ecosystem is what I'll say.
Okay.
But Sony's very quickly becoming power to the payers, you know?
This is the same attitude they had in the PlayStation 3 era, which would have been Xbox 360 era, right?
Right.
Which was clearly night and day to what it was for the PS4 to Xbox One era. It was completely switched, and it switches every year, it seems like. Sony's just completely shooting themselves in the foot. But it doesn't seem to be at any kind of cost. The demand for those systems are still high. They don't give a shit, right? It feels like maybe they don't, or maybe they're just so ignorant to the point of the consumer in today's world, right? Maybe they don't. The optics of what it looks like compared to other companies is just weird to them, and maybe they don't see it. Let me hit up a few comments here. We got, while Microsoft is a massive corporation, just wants our money, they make many more consumer friendly decisions for their player base. That is very true. And I felt like they've had to for a long time. That's kind of my take on theirs, because they were playing from behind. Honestly, that's what it was. They were playing catch up. I think they have now with Xbox Game Pass, with Ultimate, with xCloud, with smart delivery, with even the hardware is freaking fantastic. Quick resume is a beautiful thing for up to like 5 games, depending on how big. So I think there's a lot of different things. Yes, they are corporations and they want our money. Obviously, that's how they stay afloat, and they make money and they become the corporations that they are. But it's just crazy. Yeah. I just don't understand that. I don't understand some of the logic of people. Is like, I'll just buy the game again. No, why? Absolutely. Right. Why? You wouldn't do that if you were on your computer. You would not.
Well, that's like, I have 4 copies of the orange box, and if I could have just bought it once, I would have been happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Of course. Yes, that is definitely the case. Lokenny also says small percentage of people can afford to do so, and I bet half of them the day they won't. Exactly. That's true. Just being loud on the internet. Schizo also says Sony has shown time and time again that they are in it for the profit and not the player. I love their first party games, but as a company, just they're making countless weird decisions. I don't want to say if they're bad, because they're not bad for their business. People will still buy them, but the consumers need to voice it and actually come out and say some shit. That's my point. It is weird. Yes, Kenny says PlayStation has a form of undying tribalism that people don't care what they do anymore. It's almost a badge of, hey, I play on PlayStation, I'm the true gamer. That's yeah, some people do have that. And I think that's even both ways or every way. Some people have that on Nintendo. PC clearly has that. PC clearly has that. I think everybody has this weird I'm going to say subreddit of their communities where they just completely are like, what I play on is the right way, and I'm not going to have anybody else tell me it's different. Just play your fucking video game and enjoy yourself, right? You can have your preferences, just don't be a dickhead. There, right. Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Have your preferences, don't be a dickhead. There it is. Hermes, anything else you want to talk about on episode 18 of Split Screen? Anything you got?
Hold up.
You said you
had a thought and then I lost it.
Dark Shadow Max says, true words. There you go. Quote of the day. Put it on a t-shirt. Ship it. Let's go. Oh, man. We should clip that. I should go back and clip that. Don't be have your preferences. Don't be a dickhead.
Sounds like I'm making merch.
Hyrule GG, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hello.
I would like to step back a moment to what we were talking about earlier.
Okay. Sure.
Just because I see there's a comment on the article we just threw in chat for the Horizon Forbidden West thing.
Sure. Okay.
And that's why I brought up the pre-order thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they are discussing on why would anyone pre-order something that can just be ordered the day it comes out is beyond me. And people were arguing there's reasons to.
Oh, did we lose you? Oh, uh-oh. Is this me? Can you guys still hear me? Rip Hermes? Okay, I'm still here though. Am I still here? Beachy is fine. Free DLC is all. Okay, I am here. Okay. Hyrule GG, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Hello. We're gonna try to get Hermes back. He's a little bit frozen right now. His thought broke the internet. Yes, it did. It absolutely shut down the internet. We will try to get Hermes back as quickly as you can. While we're waiting, I'm gonna talk to you beautiful people. And I can hear you. Hermes, you're frozen, my man. Hold on. I guess we'll disconnect and come back. Hold on, let me hit my just chatting. So he silenced him. Oh no. Hermes, I can't hear you, bud. Hold on. Input device. And in Inception. Let's go. Hi, good to see you. Glad to be here. Thank you so much. We're glad to have you. I don't know what we're looking at. Is this Hermes? Let's see. Look at this. This is beautiful. Oh man, we're having a good conversation too. Hermes robot. Here, I'm gonna hit just chatting for right now, and we'll be right back. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let's see if we can get Hermes back in here. Let's see if we can do it. I'll disconnect. Am I still? I'm still. Yeah, we're still good here on my side. Yeah. So weird. You gotta love the internet, huh? Ripperoonies. Yes. Oh my goodness. That's absolutely too bad. I'm fine. I'm very confused. Weird, dude. Hold on. Let's do this again, Hermes. I'll send you another invite. Let me do this. Boom. So strange, man. What's going on? Rebooting Discord. Sounds good. Oh my goodness. We'll try to get him in here. You guys are beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys. Hello. Oh man, Hyrule. Or I'm assuming. Do you mind if I call you Gigi or do you want me to call you Hyrule? Which one would you prefer? Uh-oh. The Discord crash? Sorry, I gotta go. Hope to play some Destiny with you sometime. Yeah, Kenny, that'd be great. Hello, that'd be so good. We'd love to. I'm sorry, guys. We're having some tech issues. Let me get everything figured out here. Ooh, maybe Discord shut down. Ooh. Call me GG. You got it. Sounds absolutely fantastic. I will do that. Absolutely going to do that. Is it Discord? It might be. It absolutely might be Discord. Oh, I can see Hermes again. I think we're back. Hold on. Hermes, can you hear me?
Wait, hello?
Hello? Is that the Hermes Akumu?
I can't hear you, but I can see you.
Okay. Weird.
Okay, I'm coming through on stream. I can't hear you here though. What is going on?
I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. This is spicy. Absolutely spicy. Okay, hold on. Input. Input. Wave link stream. What is this? Can you hear me now?
I can. That's hello.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Speak for me again.
Yeah, hello. How's it going, guys? I'm back. I don't know what happened because that wasn't my end.
That must have been all Discord.
I monitor stream while we are live, and you were just fine.
So weird. Okay, we're back. Okay, Hermes. A lot of people are saying that Sony was silencing you.
Yeah, they were, man. They came for me. It was that FBI open up moment.
So go ahead with your pre-order stuff. You were talking about pre-order.
Okay, so crap, because I don't have that article anymore because I freaked out and started closing some stuff.
Why would anybody pre-order something that can just be ordered day it becomes available is beyond me, is what the original thing was.
Yes. Okay. The comments are loading because there's one specifically that I was trying to read.
Okay.
And then so the person replying said, there isn't. In the old days, it was so we could secure a copy in case the shop ran out of stock. Now, it's just a cash grab to get as much money up front before any negative reviews or price drops harm their profits. Cyberpunk being a very perfect example of this.
Okay. Can I give you my 2 cents on that specific thing? While I agree, pre-orders is actually a pretty fascinating. I think that's pretty fascinating. I think point, and that's a conversation that we could have. I think more in depth. I think would be absolutely fantastic. But here's my point. I think that pre-orders, the reason for physical pre-orders. Let me just say, I'm gonna kind of 2 categories. Physical pre-orders.
I think we got to chop it down a little bit because I do think that there is a reason for Steam.
Right. So physical copies for me today doesn't necessarily come down to and I'm going to use specifically GameStop, right? I'm still going to use GameStop because that's still, honestly, I still pre-order my games and I still do disc versions of stuff. So then I can get something out of them as in a return, regardless of what it is. If there's a game that I'm not going to play, I understand digital. I love digital. I have Game Pass. It's fantastic. But I think those are my digital games and other games that I'm like, okay, I'm going to complete this and I'm probably not going to play it again. Whatever. Anyways, that's a side thing. But GameStop specifically, you walk in, there's a game that was announced. You're like, you know what? I'm really looking forward to this. Let me pre-order it, which is then used almost as a layaway system, right? When I was younger and I didn't have adult money and I didn't have, as nearly the income that, I've had in the past and in the future and all that kind of stuff in the present, I think that there is a point where you're like, I used to pre-order a game and be like, okay, if I take $20 every paycheck or every whatever, I can have this game paid off in 3 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever the game is, right? And then you're like, shit, I got my money there. That money isn't gone by any means. It is still technically there and you can switch it around. You can do what you need to do and you can even take it back out of the system. That's GameStop specifically for me in a physical context. I think when it comes to digital, that's when it gets a little confusing to me.
Okay.
I will use Microsoft specifically because that's where I've pre-ordered stuff before. Physical, you can get your game and use it as a layaway system if you have trouble paying for those games. And it's like, I can buy 2 games a year because of the situation that I'm financially in. Even if you're a kid and your parents can only get you a couple games, that's perfect. That's great. Pre-orders serve a fantastic reason for that. And you get a little extra when the game comes out.
Right.
Digital, on the other case, is weird to me because you are buying a game, and for Xbox doesn't charge you until 10 days before release. And I don't think Amazon even charges you until the game ships if you get a physical one there. I don't know about Sony. I don't know their stuff, and I also don't know Nintendo's pre-order stuff there. But PC though, you pre-order it. Is it not? Do you get charged right away on Steam? Do you know?
I don't know.
Right?
I haven't pre-ordered on Steam.
So I think if that's the case, as long as they're not taking your, granted, Steam does have a pretty 2-hour, a good 2-hour thing to talk about, like a 2-hour trial, which is not good. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that other shit show. I would love to have Nick Knack on that because I think he brought that up. But I think that would 100%. Be great to talk to him about it. But digital is weird to me to pre-order because then you really don't get a return policy on those, right?
Right.
But yeah, so I think pre-orders serve a purpose, but I think it's very, very niche to the situation.
Okay.
What do you got?
I do think that, I don't know. I pre-orders don't feel like much anymore. You're getting like we said earlier, you're getting cosmetics. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In rare circumstances, you might get a duffel bag that might be shit, i.e. Fallout 76.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But besides those, what is there anymore?
Right.
I do think that the Steam, I don't know when you pay for their pre-orders, but I do think pre-orders, wish list, stuff like that on Steam is important because it gives the developer of the game directly a goals and outlook as to what kind of audience they might be looking at, like what the size of it is.
Well, I think wish listing is very important, but I don't know if pre-ordering is important because I think wish listing is probably wish listing to them serves, especially for indie devs, gets you more visibility depending on how many wish lists you have. The more wish lists, the more visibility, the more actual marketing you get for your game. On the Steam front page and things like that and recommended and things. So that's really, really cool. I think that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to keep going on your pre-order stuff. I'm going to look up Steam pre-orders.
But yeah, in chat, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but it just feels like we haven't seen a big purpose to pre-order in a very long time. The latest one that I know of was Fallout 76. Was all of the actual physical merchandise that you would get with the pre-order.
So,
and that was years ago at this rate.
Here is the Steam. Steam says that you can request a refund. Okay, so you are charged as soon as you order the game. When you pre-order it, you get charged right away. You can request a refund at any given time before the release. Also, you can request a refund up to 14 days after release if the game was played less than 2 hours.
Okay, so they still have their 2-hour.
Yes, they still have their 2-hour and any time before. Right? So I think I guess here's another thing too is maybe with pre-orders for yearly and big DLCs. Like I think Section 8 was talking about Destiny 2 Witch Queen. Most of them you can is from physical stuff rather than anything in game. That's the same thing. Okay, so you get actual physical stuff. So that's what's curious to me. If you get stuff like, for example, an ongoing game like Destiny 2, you pre-order the big DLC that's coming out, Witch Queen, in February. They're like, you can get all of this stuff currently, which I think they have in game to use now. Might make a little bit more sense, right? That's digital stuff. Like you can't get a physical Destiny 2 Witch Queen disc. right? So
Right.
that's what I think is you get in-game content right away. I think you're good to go. I think that's pretty reasonable as long as that stuff is viable. I think FIFA as well as Madden and those like microtransactions ultimate team kind of games should also do that, where it's like, hey, pre-order this and you get stuff like you'll get a couple packs for the current version of the game. Like, you know what I mean? I think that stuff is maybe different. That's when it becomes like, oh, okay, I can see doing that. But you're right, man. Pre-orders aren't near what they used to be. I don't go in and pre-order like, oh shit, if they run out, I won't be able to get it the day of, because you do have everybody getting digital now. Well, more people.
Maybe I'm just nostalgic for the days of the Pip-Boy edition. A very good example, you know?
Yeah, Pip-Boy edition was fantastic, dude.
I miss stuff like that now. Like, there's no
oh, trust me, there's no midnight releases. There's never going to be another midnight release for a game for me to go to and get at midnight, right? There's no point anymore. You can play the game sometimes even 9 p.m. the day before. So it's like, I feel you on the nostalgia. I haven't had an opportunity to go do all that stuff, and I wish I could go back and like actually remember the last time I went to one. You know what I mean? Like, oh, midnight release, my physical copy, I got it. I'm gonna go home. And I think honestly, the last gen with Xbox One, where you had to install the game anyways, ruined that, right? It absolutely ruined the midnight release because you had to go home and install the game for a couple hours, so you weren't playing until 2 a.m. anyways. So I think that's kind of the big thing. Let's touch on a couple of things here. Breezy says FIFA offers in-game incentives with pre-orders, no physical stuff at all. So does it offer current, like for example, if you pre-order FIFA 22, do you get stuff for FIFA 21 while you're doing Ultimate Team and things like that? Or is it strictly just in-game incentives for the new version of that FIFA? Is what my question. So no, okay. So you would just get stuff for the new one. Got you. Okay. Section 8 says there's a big problem with adding in-game things with games like Destiny, though. All the content they have has to be purely cosmetic. If it's any actual usable item, it creates a paywall that not everyone should give into. That's a very, very good point. That is a fantastic point. So, hey, why did you get this exotic that I can't get because I'm not going to pre-order? That's a very valid point.
But do you think they could do it like early access to said exotic?
Ooh, maybe. Well, that's still paywall. Technically, that's pay to win, right? If depending on how fantastic those new exotics are.
Yeah, but whose fault is it that you can't pay for it? You know?
What do you mean? What?
Because, like,
not everybody's going to pre-order their stuff.
Right. But not everybody got the physical items back in the day either. You know?
Like, right. That's different, though. That is different. Usable in-game items that give you an advantage to the actual game versus a keychain that you take home and put on your desk is different. Like,
right, but
that is absolutely
for a short time. I don't know. I think they could
they probably could and get away with it, but it's probably best that they don't, right? It still would come off as negative across the board, right? Like imagine
only from people who don't pre-order.
Well, yes, I agree, but how many people pre-order these days? You've already said that yourself, right?
Yeah, true.
So I mean, it's kind of there's got to be a weird safety part.
But it's incentive, you know. Like I don't
get
see
it.
the problem.
I understand because you were like, I'm gonna put in my pre-order, so A, I get the poster, B, I get the steel case, and C, I get a keychain. Right? I get it. That is absolutely different than
what the hell happened to steel cases, man.
You know what's funny? Every time I go into a used video game store and I see a steel case, I immediately pick it up and I'm like, I should get this just to have it. And I'm like, I don't fucking need it. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't need this. Oh, absolutely. But Section 8 brings up a good point. He says they already do that. They do that already with the season pass. The season pass gives you the new seasonal exotic immediately instead of grinding to do the levels to get them eventually. Oh, okay. So season pass might be, but here that's almost a loyalty pass. I would call that a loyalty pass, right? But
it feels the same way with Dead by Daylight too.
Yeah, you know? Dead by Daylight's the same way. Warzone is the same way with their season pass. I think that's battle passes and season passes where you can buy the tiers individually. I think is pretty much, that's pretty much Warzone. But I think that's pretty much the way it goes, right? Is that's absolutely battle passes. If you can, like, hey, streamers do this all the time. The larger streamers that have the huge amount of income is they will buy the season pass and then buy every tier right off the bat if they're not given it.
Right.
So then they could showcase and use the weapons that are brand new that could already be broken for an X amount of period of time, which I think is a whole nother issue that we can get into. But I think we can get that's a deep conversation. There's a lot of stuff. I think we talked enough about pre-orders. I think we agree they can serve a purpose as a layaway for people, who aren't financially well off as others, or as focused. Maybe you're like, I have other passions or I have other hobbies, whatever it is. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Maybe it's just because I'm off in a corner buying everything that Elgato puts out.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you should pre-order them.
If they'd let me, I'd be on it.
I think it comes down to what preferences and what kind of priorities you have. You know what I mean? I'm pre-ordering the games that I know that I love. If they announce a new Fallout, I'd pre-order it, just because I think I would. Elden Ring, as soon as they announce a collector's edition, my ass is going to pre-order that one. So, like, come on, right?
Yeah.
So, Section 8 says he has a question, though. What happened to pre-orders being a fraction of the actual cost, then paying full cost later? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Section 8? Do you mean, like, putting down a specific, like, a placeholder amount, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's still a thing, yes?
GameStop, yeah. I mean, GameStop's $5 down. You get you a secured physical copy of it. As far as other stores like Amazon, you have to pay in full if they ship it to you the day of release. I don't even know who else does physical pre-orders. I used to be able to pre-order a game for like $5 in GameStop, but now that doesn't seem to exist anywhere for any game. You can still do it. I know for a fact you can do it for GameStop because I have been doing that lately. This entire year I've been doing it. So I know that's all it takes is $5 to secure whatever it is. Basically, I do that to be like gauge my excitement, and then if I need to move it, I move it. So that's just how it is for me. But I don't know anywhere else that does it. Honest to God, I don't know. He says, like, I ordered Witch Queen and paid for it full instead of paying some and then completing the payment later. I'm not familiar of any place other than GameStop that was doing partial. So that's completely unknown to me that if there was, but I'm sure they were out there. Maybe anymore, probably not. A lot of places don't even charge you until release, but except Steam, I guess, does, but you can refund it anytime. And Xbox won't charge you until 10 days before release. Hermes.
Which honestly...
Oh, go ahead.
Just this ending thought. Honestly, the Steam thing makes sense, at being as they have the 2-hour thing as well. You have played a game and under 2 hours you can return.
Yeah, which can get people in trouble. Well, we'll talk about that next week. I want to get Nick Knack in on that to see if he could talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Hermes, what do you got for me? What's your last... Well, I'm going to let you do it since it's your segment. I want to see what you got for me.
Yeah.
You ask away, my man.
Who have you been watching on Twitch this week?
I honestly... it's going to be weird. I want to give a shout out to Platinum_God_games. I'm going to post the link in chat right now. Breezy said ninja. Platinum is a good dude, an absolute good dude who is live now. So if you guys want to go share some love, he recently joined a team, I believe, which is something new for him. He's been grinding a ton. I think it's been a lot of fun. He's doing a fantastic job. He's working with what he's got, but the stuff that he has been improving. He's grown so much since the last time I've seen him. So I actually think that this whole team thing has worked out for him. But he's also playing a game that's he's been grinding and grinding and grinding. He's trying to permadeath Last of Us 2. Which is he's a good dude, actually fantastic person, very, very lovely. So if you guys get a chance, go drop some love. That would be fantastic. But yeah, just a good dude all around. I mean, that's really all I got. But what about you, Hermes? Anybody you've been watching specifically that you like to give a shout out to?
Interestingly enough, the person that I've been watching is also live.
Let's go.
I've been watching a lot of their VOD content because both him and I tend to be on around the same time.
That's fair.
But I believe he says it McQuark.
Okay.
He plays a lot of stuff. Kind of branches out, but also sits in the horror aesthetic like myself. So I've been watching a lot of him, taking a lot of inspiration. He's just an all-around cool dude, and I want to show him some love.
Good deal. Awesome. I have not actually. I've heard you talk about him many times in the past, but I've never actually been able to check it out. So maybe I'll do that tonight at some point. Any ending thoughts on the day or the upcoming week or anything schedule wise? What you're doing different? I know you're going live here in like 5 minutes, if that, or even right after the show.
Literally as soon as I can set up the stream.
Good deal.
No, honestly, gonna be playing some DBD. Gonna be enjoying the evening with I believe you and some community members.
Awesome. Great. I'm excited. I haven't played Dead by Daylight here in a little bit, so it's going to be a good time to go live. For me, I will say that I will not be live on Monday and I will not be live on Tuesday. Monday, my wife will be home off work, obviously, because it's Labor Day here in the States. So we'll be hanging out as a family, doing some cool stuff there. You might be able to catch me live either Sunday night and or Saturday night. So we'll definitely try to fit some new stuff in there since we're going to be running a short week. Back to normal on Wednesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be checking out the Sony's showcase. They actually announced one. I guess we could have talked about it, but they're going to be talking about first party stuff there. So hopefully we can check that out. It's going to be about 40 minutes long. So if you guys want to join us for that, please check us out on Thursday.
Hopefully I can jump in there with you.
Cool. Yeah. If you're available, definitely. Would love to have you. But yeah, not a whole lot going on for me. I fell and I got my wife to play Craftopia. So we're probably going to play that soon. It's actually somewhat enjoyable and a lot of fun to play a sandbox survival type game. So
interestingly enough, while we're on that game, not my cup of tea.
Didn't like it?
No, not really.
That's fair. I don't know what it was, but like just the fact that you can choose different islands, and each island is going to be randomly generated and level advanced as you go seems interesting. And they have dungeons and things like that. So I'm very, very curious to check it out, dive into that a little bit more with her. Do you want to raid off? Let's do it. Let's raid off. I'm going to do it. We're going to go ahead.
Real quick. Let's blast our socials before we raid off.
Well, I'm not raiding off, but I'm going to find somebody. I'm sorry. Okay, Hermes, where can everybody find you, my man?
You can find me at Hermes Akumu on all social media that matters. You can also catch me streaming. Go enjoy this raid, and then if you are looking for something else to watch, you can find me over at Hermes Akumu playing Dead by Daylight in the next like 20 or so minutes.
Okay, well, here, you know what? Actually, abandon ship because the raid's not gonna. They just went offline. Abandon ship. Okay. Hyrule says, looks fun. I watched Craftovia last night when Dark Shadow Mac played it. I'm interested, definitely. It looks fun. It is a ton of fun to play with people. I think that's where the game really shines. So if you get a chance, check that out. Again, you can catch me live here Monday through Friday, normally on a normal week where there's not a holiday going on. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time till 3 p.m. Eastern time. We play a bunch of different stuff. A lot of stuff is coming out. September is absolutely a nightmare for schedule wise. And then October is no better. But a lot of good games coming up. I play a bunch of different variety stuff. So come hang out and chat. Twitch.tv/where you're at right now, actually. You can catch me on.
That was great.
If you can catch me on Twitter, you can catch me on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram as the Jordan Beach. We would absolutely love to have you follow us over there. If you want to join our Discord community as well, I will put that in chat as well as all those socials I put or that I just mentioned. But you guys have been fantastic. This has been episode 18. of Split Screen. So thank you, Hermes, for joining us. Thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out. We'll hopefully see you next Friday. If we don't, that's okay. You can catch us live here in a little bit, and maybe a couple nights this week. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you beautiful people later. See you, everybody. Bye.